Alrighty guys, welcome back to Devil's Den Hockey, and tonight we got a whole video for you. So, New Jersey Devils play the Nashville Predators and win 5-2 in regulation. And, oh boy, where do I even freaking start? So, let's jump into this. So, New Jersey is coming into this game on an incredible hot streak. 2 wins against Florida, a loss to Tampa, a win against Carolina, a win against Washington. They come into Nashville, a bottom-tier team who they have to play up to, not down to, and they do, winning 5-2 in regulation, collecting another big 2 points, keeping the train rolling. So, let's go through this game because there's something to talk about in every period of this one, and I am absolutely fuming right now. So, period number 1, Nashville Predators get the first shot of the game. They get a shot, and it goes in off a really weird kind of thing where there's a battle along the boards in our end, battle along the boards. Forsberg gets it, and he does this weird little chip shot, and I don't know if Markstrom's not paying attention or he just doesn't expect a shot to come out of nowhere, but Nashville gets their first shot of the game and immediately scores, making it 1-0 Nashville. But no need to fear, because the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, and we are afraid of no Predator. New Jersey, almost immediately, within, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes, scores to make it 1-1. The second period, honestly, is a well-fought, hard-played, well-dominated game, first and second period. Despite the fact that Nashville scored the first goal of the game, New Jersey absolutely dominated them in the first period. Second period, we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit. Not a whole lot, but not worth anything to really talk about. But they are unanimously the strongest team. And in the second period, we get the one thing that I have been waiting for years, which is a Nico Hischier, oh, captain, my captain hat trick. Nico Hischier says, boys, the game is 1-1. It is the second period, and this is a team that is far beneath us. Get on my back, boys. I'm taking us to the victory lap. And he does. Nico Hischier gets goal number 11, 12, and 13th of the year. Nico Hischier back in prime form after a little bit of a cold streak, but Nico Hischier comes back and he makes it 4-1. We enter the third period, and it's 4-1. New Jersey is still absolutely outplaying the Nashville Predators, but unfortunately, there's a little bit of a miscommunication, a little bit of the breakdown. There's a turnover, leads to a breakaway, and Nashville scores to make it 4-2 in the third period. And the third period is the point that I need to get this off my chest. Near the end of the third period, with about 7.5 minutes to go, there is a scrum outside of, or I should say behind, the Nashville Predators net. A Nashville Predator player, I can't remember what his name is because I just couldn't care less, takes a shot at Timo Meier's kidneys, delivers a cross-check. Timo Meier turns around, pissed the hell off because he just got cross-checked from behind, gives him a cross-check. The two start scrumming. He gives him a cross-check, which absolutely 100% cannot happen, and hits him square in the jaw. So this is, by all technicalities, a little bit of a headshot, which absolutely cannot happen. Meier gets way too high on him and draws blood. The referees decide to go over it, they review it, and they give Timo Meier not only a 2-minute penalty, not only a 4-minute penalty, but a 5-minute major, which is totally fine. The part that I have an issue with is they gave Timo Meier a game misconduct. Yes, you heard that right. Timo Meier is given a game misconduct, which means he's thrown out of the game for delivering a cross-check that draws blood to the jaw of the Nashville Predators player. Now, let me make this as crystal clear as I can. Timo Meier deserves to get penalized. He deserves a 5-minute major. He absolutely does. You draw blood, that's a 4 to 5 minute penalty immediately. There's absolutely no problem with that. But you're going to give him a game misconduct for that? When you've got guys like Trouba, Rempe, White Cloud, Reeves, and I'm talking about the recent ones, okay? You're going to give these guys either not a penalty at all or not a game misconduct or nothing? But you're going to give that a game misconduct? Are you high? I understand, okay? I get it. If you guys have been watching me for long enough, you know that I detest shots that go high, shots delivered to the head. You want to give a suspension for a headshot? I'm your guy. Always have been, always will be, because player safety has to come first. Meier does one of the stupidest things he can do in a 4-2 game is he gives the Predators an opportunity to get back in it, but he lands a shot that is way too high, lands on the jaw, draws blood, it's a cross-check. You want to penalize him? No problem. But this is actually unhinged. A game misconduct? The league has to decide what exactly is the rule when it comes to shots that go too high. Is it the actual shot itself? Is it the outcome of the shot? What is it? Because many people have argued, and personally, I don't blame them, for saying, well, he drew blood, therefore, he deserves a game misconduct. And I think there's an argument to that. I do. However, that is an argument from outcome. There was the outcome of this, the blood, the drawing of blood, therefore he deserves X. If that is the case, if a guy lands a hit that is 100% clean, but the guy ends up concussed, it should still be a suspension because the outcome of the hit was still a concussion, right? It doesn't matter what the actual shot is. Now, if we're going to look at whether or not the shot was dirty, we can look at that, but that means whether or not a guy gets hurt, whether he gets concussed, whether he gets whatever, the outcome of that hit does not matter in the slightest. The league needs to figure it out. Tonight, around the NHL, we had two different kind of hits. You had Myers, which was given a game misconduct, and you had a hit with the Rangers versus the Blues, where Rempe just walks up to a St. Louis guy for absolutely no reason after the whistle is called and cross-checks him in the face. Now, there's no drawing of blood, so he's given a 2-minute penalty for roughing. But is the argument that because he drew blood, he deserves the game misconduct? In which case, could I land a clean hit that draws blood and still be given a game misconduct? Or am I good because the hit is still clean? In which case, the drawing of blood doesn't matter. And I don't understand why this continues to be such a gray area for the league. Now, here's one more thing that I want to say before I drop this and go back to Hischier, because I want to talk about Hischier, love Hischier, guy had a great night, guy had a hat trick, I want to praise him, but like, this shit to me is absolutely unhinged. It's crazy to me. The flip-flopping that we do, okay? I say again, Meier deserves the penalty. Meier deserves a 5-minute major. He drew blood. It's unacceptable. What Meier did is totally unacceptable. So help me God, if it turns out 2 days from now or tomorrow that Meier gets a suspension for this, I'm going ballistic. I'm going to go ballistic. How many... you know what? I'm gonna bring it back because we're talking about Timo Meier. Timo Meier 2 years ago got his head taken off by Jacob Trouba in the playoffs. First round against the Rangers, he gets his head taken off. He ends up either, I can't remember if it was a jaw injury or he ends up getting concussed and he couldn't play for the rest of the series. Okay? Or he ended up coming back for like the last game or whatever it was. He ended up with an injury. Not only was it not called a penalty, Trouba was not given a game misconduct, there was no consequence for it whatsoever, and it was a blatant primary point of contact being the head, and Trouba was giving nothing. But Meier does this in a scrum with a guy who is already giving him a cross-check from behind to the back when he wasn't looking, a cowardly thing to do. And Meier gets a game misconduct. It's crazy. It's actually unhinged. And like, I'm watching the game and I'm screaming because the inconsistency is asinine. It doesn't make any sense. I just want consistency. I just want consistency. If you're going to call it one way in one game, then you need to call it the same way in another game. And if you're not willing to do that, then you shouldn't be a referee. In the world of law, right, from a legal perspective, I'm going to move away from the NHL for a second. In the world of law, there is a thing called precedent, where if a judge decides something, then other cases in the future can cite to that decision and go, hey, there is precedent for you ruling this way because we ruled that way in the past. This shit needs to come back to the NHL. Your Honor, Department of Player Safety, you ruled it this way on this hit, which is the exact same as my client's hit, and you gave him no game misconduct, no suspension, but my guy's gonna get it? It's crazy to me. And the fact that you don't have the Department the NHLPA, the Players Association, coming forward to the Department of Player Safety and going, what the hell is this? Like, it's completely asinine to me. It makes no sense, and I don't get it. I gotta calm down, because I'm screaming, I've got family trying to sleep, I gotta calm down. But oh my god, and you guys are going to get a video if Meier gets suspended. You guys are going to get another video if Meier gets suspended, because I'm going to go ballistic. I'm going to actually lose my shit. There are guys out there doing hits that are 2, 4, 8 times worse than this, and they're getting not only no penalty, but no suspension because of it. Meier does this in a scrum after the whistle, like every other NHL scrum that happens after a whistle, but this gets a game misconduct. Okay. All right. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to move on from Timo Meier. We're going to move on from that whole incident. I just don't get it, guys. I just don't get it. Anyways, absolutely super hyped for Nico Hischier, who got his first career NHL hat trick. Absolutely congrats to Nico Hischier. You guys know that I absolutely love Hischier. And here's a question for you guys. Do you think that Nico Hischier might be the greatest New Jersey Devil captain in franchise history? Because I feel like we're getting there. I really do. A lot of people, I was talking to some people in other Devils fans during the game, and a lot of people throw out names like Scott Stevens, for example. Scott Stevens is a guy who sent a message each and every night. But damn, so does Nico Hischier. Guy plays with more heart, more passion. He shoulders every loss. He puts every loss on himself. He doesn't say the team didn't play well. He says, I didn't play well. I didn't get the job done. That is a leader. Okay? Nico Hischier is amazing. Like, literally in every way. On the ice, off the ice. Guy is not only a point production man, but the guy's got a heart of a golden retriever. I absolutely love Hischier, and I'm so happy for him that he got his first NHL career hat trick. Watching him play tonight was just superb. I could go on for years talking about Hischier, and you guys know that I would go on for years about Nico Hischier, because I've talked about him relentlessly. Him and Mercer, how much I love them both. But yeah, no, Hischier played great tonight. You know who else played great tonight? The defense. And the defense, I think, needs some more, they need some more praise. We talk about guys like Bratt. We talk about Hischier. We talk about Hughes. We talk about, all of our forward superstars, all of our firepower. But I feel like we never talk enough about the defense. And the defense tonight was absolutely brilliant and superb. They took a 5-minute major from Timo Meier's penalty, and they killed it. They absolutely killed it. We have one of the best penalty killing in the league, and our defense doesn't get enough credit. They held the Predators for 5 minutes That is 2.5 power plays and held them to almost no shots here. Like, the defense needs to be given a round of applause because Kovacevic busts his ass. Hamilton busts his ass. He's, he does a couple of stupid things, here or there, but, like, busts his ass. Dylan has been a great ad this year. Luke Hughes is playing fantastically. That Hughes-Pesce combo is been phenomenal since they joined the lineup again. The defense has been so good. And not only that, here's a stat for you guys. After tonight's game, the New Jersey Devils are 13-0 when leading going into the third period. And what does that tell you? It tells you that this team, as offensively minded as they are, as all-star forward core that we have, we can play defensive and lock games down. And a big part of that is the defense, but it's also the goaltending. And I think Markstrom played great tonight. Besides that first goal, personally, you can't blame the guy for the breakaway. It's a breakaway. A goalie's got like a 50-50 chance of making those saves. That shot on the boards, I blame more Hamilton for turning it over, but, Markstrom maybe should have had it, maybe he should have, but I thought Markstrom played great tonight, right? Again, another night, save percentage above 900, and that's what we're looking for. If we can get goaltending that's going to give you, 900 to 910, 915 save percentages, night in and night out, that's all you need. And it's so nice because, we're locking down games. When we're leading in the third period, we don't lose. We don't know how to lose if we're leading going into the third period. That shows you so much of an improvement from previous years where you've had games where we're up and we can't hold a lead any better than a 4-year-old can hold a shit when they're on the playground. And they're sitting there cross-legged like, I'm gonna shit myself, right? And they absolutely let it out, right? Like last year, we couldn't hold a lead to save our lives. We couldn't gain an advantage, and we couldn't hold a lead to save our lives. This year, we're scoring first. We're scoring first 60 to 70% of the time, and then we're locking shit down and adding to our offense. Yeah, the guys are great. You can definitely feel the momentum. You can feel the momentum game in and game out. You're feeling the connection between the guys. You're feeling the chemistry. You're feeling the positive feelings. You're feeling the good vibes. And it's just been so good. The guys have been so good, right? You look at the last, 12 to 13 games, and they're like 10-2 or 9-3, one of the two, right? They've been so good. And we've got a game on Wednesday against the Blues, which I'm fully confident they can win. And then you've got games against Red Wings and Capitals. Capitals rematch will be very interesting. Red Wings, we have a history of playing iffy with. But we'll see what happens. There most likely will not be actually, there might be a video for the St. Louis one. You know what? I'll say it now. There will be a video for the St. Louis game. There'll be a Devil's Den video after the St. Louis game. But it will most likely not be right after the game. It'll probably be the day after because I'm not going to be free on Wednesday evening. But Thursday I have off, so I'll be able to watch the game in the morning and give you guys my thoughts on it probably Thursday afternoon. And then obviously you'll be getting a video for the Washington game. The Detroit Red Wings game, I might be able to watch. We'll see. Between work and me going out, I probably won't be able to, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say. The Meier game misconduct, in my opinion, complete horseshit. I shouldn't have gotten to game misconduct. Penalty, 5-minute major, absolutely no worries. Game misconduct, I think, is completely overblown. And if he gets suspended, I'm going to go ballistic, and you guys will probably get a video for that, of me just screaming for 10 minutes. Nico Hischier, hat trick, captain my captain. He's definitely getting there in my books for one of the best captains in New Jersey Devils history. And defense playing just unbelievably well. Markstrom having a great game. And yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.